This video is brought to you by Maverick & Co. You know, so far 2024 has been very exciting for me when it comes to gear and accessories. Of course, that could be just me having broadened my interests over the past year. Still, exploring unfamiliar waters is exciting, and series like these are the only place where I can showcase a high-end keyboard next to a toothbrush and don't feel awkward about it. Or go back in time to appreciate an old product that is just as relevant today, like the Arc mouse. This is perhaps the only mouse in the world that stays completely flat when inactive, making it super easy and inconspicuous to carry as an EDC mouse. Perhaps I wouldn't have purchased it if it wasn't for the Surface Pro, which has become my favorite 2-in-1 recently. It is something that I've been admiring from a distance since 2019, wanting to try it in person. You see, on paper, one might say it's nothing special. It even uses 2 standard AAA batteries, but ironically in 2024 that's not actually a con because those batteries will last up to 9 months. So if you ask me, I'll take that over yet another device that I need to consider keeping it topped up at all times. So pull it out and curve it down into shape, and the Arc turns on and connects super fast. Ready to immediately question the weird ergonomics of the even older yet equally relevant Magic Mouse. Unlike the Magic Mouse, which can be used only on a Mac, the Arc mouse can work with both Windows and the Mac, and it's actually quite fast. Getting back to 2024 here, this is the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. Now that I use the Z Fold 6 as my primary phone, I wanted to step away from the Apple Watch Ultra for a while and really get a feeling of Wear OS, and I have to say, it's really quite good. The main reason for the opposite interests are the latest Samsung Health improvements, as I've really grown conscious of my well-being. The Apple Watch Ultra is a solid sports tracker, don't get me wrong, but I think it lacks depth regarding sleep tracking, energy scores, recovery, and more. To be completely honest, the Galaxy Watch 7 was not the best health tracking representation for me either, as it falls flat when it comes to automatic tracking and most of all, a poor battery life. So I ended up upgrading to the Galaxy Watch Ultra. I precisely wanted the white version because it really stands out from the crowd, and I'm thoroughly impressed. With the always-on display turned off, this watch can last almost 3 days on a single charge, and it's very comfortable to wear. I really dig the default Ultra face, which of course I've customized. Having had the chance recently to roam around Austria, doing over 15,000 steps daily, it was super precise, catching all my strolls and breaks, providing me with data that is actually useful. I'm not the biggest fan of this Apple Watch Ultra Ocean band wannabe, to be honest, but I have to find yet a suitable alternative and actually dig deeper into health tracking devices in a future episode, so stay tuned by subscribing, because why not? Sadly, because of the improved tracking sensors, neither the Galaxy Watch 7 nor the Ultra support reverse charging on the Z Fold or any other Galaxy phone for that matter, so I had to find a portable suitable alternative because I tried to stay lean when it comes to the amount of cables I carry. This awkwardly named last charger gizmo came to the rescue, and I have to say I'm very happy with it. It's a slow charger indeed, but it's insultingly inexpensive yet cleverly built, providing the ability to rotate the built-in USB-C head to accommodate any charging situation. I use it plugged in either in my power brick of choice, via an extension cable, or even straight into the laptop. A very last resort example would be to use that little guy to plug it into the iPhone, or any other USB-C phone for that matter, and use that, to top up the Galaxy Watch. Now that I mentioned the Z Fold 6, this is perhaps the most exciting new device for me. See, it took a while for me to establish a good rapport, having ditched my S24 Ultra and compromised with the camera and battery life department. However, a few months in, and I'm in love with this super expensive pocketable powerhouse. Sure, there are a lot more reasonable non-folding choices out there, and I can, with certainty, do 90% of the things that I do with a standard slab of glass like the Ultra. But that other 10% I can do with the Fold makes me feel like a world-class chef, like doing research and writing at the same time and having plenty of space to work with. I am staying with an open mind though, as I'm eager to compare it with the newly released Pixel Fold 9 Pro Fold when I get a chance. This year, the Samsung cases for the Z Fold are amazing, but they still have something missing. And I think Samsung should create a hybrid case between those two, where you have the kickstand and the Samsung Pen all in one place. Perhaps the pen could be somewhere in the middle. Just get rid of this. This is useful, but not necessary, or not as necessary as this. Now, allow me to shift my focus to some EDC goodies that I'm super excited about. The first one is this Explorer Light Backpack Plus from Maverick & Co., which is made from high-performance vegan leather and gunmetal hardware, just oozing fine quality. If you've seen my recent EDC video, you'll know how much I care about bags being lightweight and comfortable, and the Explorer excels in that regard. Every item in my essentials has its place, which is perfect for protection and a massive time saver. It's also equipped with an anti-theft pocket and a luggage sleeve, but more importantly, a separate cushioned laptop compartment. Another Maverick & Co. gem is this Manhattan leather briefcase made from genuine Saffiano leather. It's luxurious and just as soft to the touch while being resilient against wear and tear. Just as with a backpack, the work essentials have their dedicated spaces. The briefcase can be of course hand-carried or used over the shoulder style, being equally comfortable to carry daily, so be sure to check out Maverick & Co. and their amazing bags and accessories lineup in the first link in the description below. Okay, so if there's one category that I never thought I'd be showcasing on the channel, that is TVs. Perhaps I don't spend enough time in front of them, nor have I had any interest in researching their development. Still, recently I did some minor renovations at home, and purely out of aesthetic purposes, I purchased two of the latest Samsung Frame TVs. For the first time in over a decade, I geeked about a TV when it comes to both visual appeal and performance. See, the magic of the Frame TV lies in the fact that the actual smart component is separated from the display panel into a completely separate box which can be tucked away in a cabinet. This leaves just the thin display portion to be mounted via the included slim fit wall mount. This allowed me to flush mount both frames, resulting in a super satisfying picture-like scenario. Both of my TVs came with the Samsung's modern teak bezels that snap into place magnetically, which really increased the effect of having an actual frame on the wall. The people at Samsung have thought of the fact that you might want to conceal and hide the box somewhere. So the infrared sensor on the TV itself is right here. But for the most part, you're going to be using the remote control via Bluetooth. So it doesn't matter if the door is closed or the actual sensor is visible or not, you can easily control the TV from anywhere in the room. But by far, the magic of these TVs come from the fact that they feature an anti-reflection coating. They're essentially matte displays that really sell the magic of the pieces of art Samsung offers, popping out. Believe it or not, for the first time I'm actually interested in a TV that is turned off, which is incredible. While working on the frames at home, one little tiny tool that became an invaluable asset of mine turned out to be the Xiaomi Smart Laser Measure. This small, minimalistic looking laser measure is my top choice homeowner's gift on my upcoming holiday season shopping list. Being able to precisely measure in real time with a single tap and keeping historical data is priceless. Still, things can get even quirkier with the integration of the Xiaomi app, but the most handy part of this little guy is the rechargeable USB-C battery, which would generally last a lifetime. Plus, just look at it compared to any other mass-market laser measuring tool. It's amazing. While on the topic of home gadgets, I want to give credit to the Life & Wave toothbrush, which really feels weird for me to even talk about, but hear me out. This toothbrush became famous around Life's numerous content creators' sponsorships integrations, of which I became a victim of. Meaning, just like you, I watched the video and purchased the toothbrush myself, wanting to see what a toothbrush would look like if Apple had made it. Fortunately, it does not disappoint. This could easily be considered as an over-engineered product with its super dense aluminum package and little details like a pressure-sensitive power button and MagSafe charging. All jokes aside, what I appreciate most about this product, aside from its performance, is the fact that it really lasts an entire month on a single charge, continuously working without charging degradation. The only thing that I miss in this package is a matching in quality carrying case. Now, if you don't want to be that guy that sounds as if you're talking from a bathroom in your videos, whether or not you're making a home video or something related to work, you should definitely try something like this Lark M2 from Holy Land, which are these tiny little microphones that I have attached on my shirt, which are absolutely adorable. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It is so tiny. On one side you have a magnet which you can attach to your shirt, or you can use any of the numerous accessories that they have included in the box, like this pendant that you can put on your neck, or this little clip which you can use to attach to your, let's say, cap or other piece of clothing. Furthermore, you have two additional attachments for your smartphone. So if you're using your smartphone instead, this will come in very handy. You have a Lightning connector and a USB-C connector. And in terms of sound, I think, actually, you know what? You tell me in the comments how it sounds. Another recent purchase of mine, which I was honestly very torn apart about, is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I wasn't doubting its capabilities per se, but rather, the need of it all, knowing how much gear I have at my disposal. While prepping for my upcoming business travels, I knew I would get one of my mirrorless cameras while being fully aware of what my smartphones can deliver as well, especially if they're mounted on a gimbal like this Insta360. However, after receiving the Osmo Pocket 3, my expectations were proven right. This is perhaps the most inconspicuous and quick-to-use gimbal that sits in the middle between a smartphone camera and a small point-and-shoot. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about my trip to iPad. You might have noticed this little guy in action in my recent Surface Pro versus iPad Pro video, which I'll link below, where it delivers a very unique perspective. Not only can work as the ideal stabilizer and self-tracking combo, but utilizing it in action is quicker than pulling out my smartphone, let alone a typical gimbal or a full-sized camera. Plus, and I think this is one of its main selling points, it's not intimidating. No one will look shocked or mind you while, you just move around with it. Plus, if you get the Creator Kit combo in the package, you also have a little DJI mic, which is the latest generation, by the way, which comes in very handy if you want to rely on high quality audio and really present yourself at your best. An item that was sent to me to test and play with without any engagement is this Omni 30C Plus. The reason that I'm willing to talk about this portable power bank is because it's rather unique. It features two 100-watt USB-C ports, a 100-watt DC port, and two 18-watt USB-A ports that work in conjunction with Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0. On top of it, I can wirelessly charge my smartphone, earbuds, and Apple Watch, not the Galaxies, but what interests me more is the 100-watt output. It can charge a laptop, tablets, and other high-powered devices while remaining TSA approved, meaning I can board with it on a plane. With a 94 watt-hour battery capacity, I can charge my Surface 2 times or my earbuds 30 times, which is a lot. Unlike many other recent techs, it comes with a protective case and a 65-watt GAN charger in the box, but here's the kicker. Now, OmniCharge also offers a 36-watt foldable solar panel, which is something that I've never dealt with in the past. But in theory, which I'm sure it works, it will charge the battery within 3 to 5 hours, depending on the weather conditions. And just like that, you can top up the battery pack, no problem. Additionally, there is a port in the panel itself, which is USB-A, and you can use that port to directly charge, let's say, your smartphone. Ooh, very nice. If there's one piece of tech that has sparked numerous comments in my videos recently, it is the IQ Unix Magic 65 Pro keyboard. In the world of mechanical keyboards, this cannot be considered expensive, although there are much more affordable alternatives out there. None of them, however, will scream uniqueness as much as this one. There are 3 features that define this keyboard, the most obvious being the looks. It's as premium as it appears, and it is an absolute pleasure to type on. You can connect up to 3 devices via Bluetooth 5.1, use the neatly tucked-in receiver, or use it wired. If that's not enough, it has built-in battery and my favorite, a rotary knob for precise volume adjustments, and an X key for playback control. Don't worry, I'll talk about it more in an upcoming desk setup episode. One item that I've been playing with recently in my preparation for my first Foreign Expo event is this rolling square air card. It uses the Find My network, serving as a slimmer AirTag alternative, but what I'm most interested in is the fact that it doubles as an NFC business card, something that I talk about more in my recent EDC episode right here. Like and subscribe to the channel as well as my newsletter, and as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. This is E, over and out.